Edward Leos. Welcome to Travel Talk, filmed at the Peachtree Rose Marketing Studios and hosted by the hotel guide publisher, Edward Leos.
Good afternoon, everybody. Edward Leos here, publisher of the Hotel Guide and your host of Travel Talk. I'm really excited about today's episode. I got a very dynamic lady on this call with us. Barbara, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Edward. Thanks for having me on today.
No, I'm excited about having you on. Obviously, I know a lot about your background and what you're doing, which is why we had you on the show. What I like to do with all of our guests as we get going is to kind of get you to tell our listeners and readers a little bit about yourself and kind of how you got to the role that you're at now. And then we'll kind of proceed with some other fun questions from there. So take it away, Barbara.
Sure. So my story actually dates back to 2018 when I was having dinner with a friend in New York City whose son has autoimmune issues and was battling leukemia at the time. I've known her my whole life. And she was really concerned because every time she was taking him on a plane to get treated, 2 days after she got off the plane, he would come down with a bacterial infection. And she would say, I really believe it's the airplanes. And I'm really concerned about that because we're going to be on a lot of airplanes. And I'm a CNBC journalist. And so I do a lot of investigations. And so that's why she came to me and she asked me if I could look into this and see if that was really something that she was really justified in thinking about. So I said, sure, I'll look into it. I wasn't sure. So I spoke to airline personnel, I spoke to cleanup crews, I spoke to flight attendants, scientists. I really dug deep into this entire investigation. And what I found was so shocking. What came to light is that the airplane tray tables are indeed the dirtiest part of the plane. They harbor 2,500 colony-forming bacteria per square inch on the tray. So it really is more hazardous than any other part of the plane. And it's really something that is, everyone uses. And when I spoke to the cleanup crew, they told me that they only have about 4 minutes to clean in between flights, especially now. I know 2018 was pre-COVID. During COVID, they heightened their protocols, but afterward, they've kind of went by the way of the peanuts. There's no more cleaning. So, even more than that, I was really into just wellness. Wellness is huge right now, travel wellness, and it's so important. And so looking into that was really a big deal. But beyond that was the fact that people are using the cleanup wipes, the disinfectant wipes. And I had no idea, but I found out that these don't decompose for over 100 years, many of them. I mean, there are some on the market that are biodegradable, but for the most part, most of them do not. And so they're made of synthetic fibers. They contain toxins. They're just not good for you. So we wanted to come out with a product that would address both of these issues. And so we did come out with our flagship product, which is an airplane tray cover. And, that sounds so boring, an airplane tray cover, but it really is amazing because they're not just covers. They contain an antimicrobial that's non-toxic, non-irritating, hypoallergenic. It's made from the Swiss, so it's very, very safe for your water systems. And they're made out of plastic that's brought in from the sea, collected from the sea, collected from landfills, crushed into a fiber and knitted into our fabrics. So it really, it's really very different than anything else on the market. And we make them in beautiful, beautiful designs. So they're really for the sleek, sophisticated, smart traveler. It's really an upscale product. And every kind of flyer we have, for the executives, we have black, we have different colors for any type of traveler. They come in beautiful designs and we keep on making new designs. So that's, the short story of what Gobi Sleeves is all about.
I love the brand Go Be Sleeves, and I love what you're doing with just the phrase Go Be. Explain to our guests and our listeners a little bit about maybe the bigger picture of what Go Be really means to you, the company, and just the people who are associated with you.
So we bounced around a lot of names. We thought fly well, we thought, we wanted something that meant a lot to someone and that they could relate to emotionally. So during this time period, especially during COVID, and this is not a COVID product at all, it came about before COVID,
Sure.
but there's a lot of people who are afraid to fly for the reasons of getting sick, or just afraid for other reasons. They want to visit these amazing places where, you can explore and learn and see different cultures, but they're afraid to come out of their comfort zones. So
Yeah.
we wanted people to lose the fear and enjoy the journey, not just lose the fear of the germs, but just break through your personal
Mhm.
barriers. So we came up with go be the person who you aspire to be. So we're actually coming forth with so many new products with this in mind. We want to do different sleeve designs that reflect the name. So we would do something like Go Be Adventurous. We're coming out with Go Be Dazzling, Go Be, Curious, Go Be Amazing. So all of our
Yeah.
patterns will reflect the Go Be name. And that's why we wanted Go Be. We really wanted people to just go out there and come out of their comfort zone.
That's such a great niche right there. I mean, it really, we talked about wellness. We talked about how important it is with travel, but mental wellness is just as important as physical wellness. And a lot of times, with experiential travel being such a heightened thing for people nowadays, going to go be something is just as important. People sometimes forget the journey is just as valuable as the destination. And
Absolutely.
you've got to make that choice to kind of go and actually go be something or go do something. So I commend you on that. And any big things that you see on tap for 2025 with the company, or anything that you could even reveal? I know you talked about some new products and stuff like that, but maybe that's the snippet enough.
Yes, no, we're very, very in tune with supporting communities, and one of the communities that we want to support is the artist community, and so we are collaborating with artists around the world to do one of our biggest collections, which is called My Happy Place collection, and so we're commissioning artists to come up with beautiful designs of some of the most popular destination hotspots. And so, we're getting submissions in, and we welcome all submissions from artists all over the world to do beautiful designs that reflect these beautiful places. And these will become collectibles. People
Mhm.
don't want just one cover for their tray table, but they can actually, it will reflect their personality.
Sure.
And so we think this will be a great for 2025.
Oh, that's going to
Um,
be awesome. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. So some of the other things that we are really trying to do is to partner with a lot of hotels and the luxury hotels, because we feel that this is a luxury upscale product. This isn't something that you just pick up, at a local drugstore. Um, it's very high quality. So we want to partner with hotels who will give them out to their maybe give them out to their clients, to
Sure.
people that come, their travelers. We've already partnered with a bunch of airlines who want to promote sustainability and show that they care about sustainability, because airlines really do account for a lot of waste, and they want to decrease that. So instead of handing out those wipes when you walk on the plane, we want, a lot of the airlines that we have already collaborated with have bought from us and put their own logos on them, and we design them in, their logos, their brand colors, so
Yeah.
that they will, give them out to people on the plane. Sometimes they're also giving them out to their most loyal customers, or for purchase on the plane.
That's incredible. That's going to be a trendsetter indeed, with what you're doing now. Let's switch a little bit from the professional side, talk a little on the personal side. I always like to ask my guests a couple of questions on travel. Tell
Mm.
me a couple of your favorite travel destinations, and then maybe what are some bucket list items for you?
Oh, sure. So far and away, my most favorite place is Italy. I'm half Italian myself.
Yep.
I have relatives in Italy, and I just love the Amalfi Coast.
Mhm.
I love Florence. I spent a lot of time in Florence, and there's nothing better than going to a place where you can just sit back and relax and have your cup of coffee, not on the go.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Italy and it was in Florence, um, I asked for coffee to go, and the person behind the counter said, "No, no, no, you do not do that. You need to sit down and enjoy your coffee in the middle of the afternoon." And I just realized then and there that, yes, I am used to a fast paced, and I just love that culture where you just sit and enjoy. And, of course, all the cathedrals and the beautiful Colosseum
Yeah.
and everything in Italy to me is just amazing.
Amazing. No,
Mhm.
I think we a little bit need a little bit more of that. Just enjoying the journey and where you are. We're such a fast paced world at times, and it's good to go to places in this world where life isn't as fast as where you are. And for people to recognize that and let you know that, that's an important thing too. So Italy's on my bucket list too. Uh,
Mhm.
that's great. What bucket list do you have beyond? I know you love Italy, but what other bucket list do you have?
Oh gosh, I have two that are completely opposite from each other, but one is to be in an over the water bungalow in the Maldives, just
Oh yeah.
basking in this gorgeous water and snorkeling and just totally soaking it all in. That's huge on my bucket list. And the other one is a cruise down the Nile, just looking at the sprawling temples, the citadel, just something that I would really love to explore, the ancient civilization there.
Wow, those are a little bit opposite, but they're so unique in what you decided to do. Those are both great options there. I haven't. It's funny because you're the very first person on the bucket list that said a cruise down the Nile.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, out of 70 something guests, you're the first one to
Well,
say that's on your bucket list. So,
maybe I'll
uh,
be on the cruise all by myself. I don't know.
oh, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people on that cruise because I mean but it's one of those things you don't think about it sometimes, and you bring it up, and also you're like, man, I totally love to do that too. So,
Yes.
well, cool. So we've got the business side and the professional and the personal side as well, kind of talking about. We got a couple of minutes left. I always want to make sure that you get the opportunity to kind of let people know how they can find your products and where you are. And then if you got any final thoughts in reference to the company, what you have
Mhm.
planned, or anything in general.
Sure. I mean, you can find us at www.gobesleeves.com. That's GOBE sleeves.com. That's our website. We also do, like I had said, the custom sleeves. So a lot of hotels,
Mhm.
companies, when they have conferences, they give them out because they want to show people that they care about their well-being. Everyone's traveling again for business, so they
Yeah.
want to give them out and say, we promote sustainability, we care about your travel wellness, so here's a gift. It's a lot of companies are using them as swag at conferences. We're also You can see us on Instagram and Facebook at Go Be Sleeves as well. But we're having so much fun with this company because it's for a purpose, but it's also so much fun to just create and design. And people on the planes, when you have one, they all ask, where did you get that? It's really just an easy idea, but it grabs so much attention. So it's fun, and I always carry extra ones with me because people are, where can I get that? Can I get that? I've had people try to give me cash on the planes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I don't, but I do have an extra. So it's been fun. It's been a great ride.
No, I think the ride is just beginning for the company. We've talked a lot offline in reference to what the plans are for Gobi sleeves and everything beyond that, as well as potential things with the hotel guide. So the future's bright, I think, for your company. Is only going to get bigger and better, especially as the word gets out about what you're doing. And we're hoping a little bit more of that happens with Travel Talk today. Again, I want to thank you for being on the show, taking some time out of your busy schedule to be our guest today, Barbara.
Thank you so much. I've enjoyed it immensely. Thank you, Edward.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, to all of our readers and listeners out there, you know where to find us, thehotelguide.com. Please like, please subscribe, please share this. We'll actually have the link for Gobi Sleeves in our comments so you can easily click on that and go order yours, or refer that to those luxury hotels that you may know at or you stay at. So as we always like to say, until next time, travel and make memories, and we'll talk soon. Take care, everybody.